Hey guys, my name's Elliot. I'm a UK adventure photographer focusing mainly on the outdoors. Today I thought I'd start with a Q&A that I posted on my Instagram. If you want to be a part of the next one, then follow me in the link below, and I'll be trying to answer these about every week, maybe bi-monthly. Let's get into the first question. So first question is, what's your camera gear setup while hiking? So I like to use my Sony a7 III and the 24-70 f2.8. This is what I've probably used for the past couple of years actually. This is like showing a bit quite bad signs of wear now, but I couple that with a Peak Design clip that goes on your bag there, and it's that's a game changer for me. The setup with the 24-70 is pretty versatile for like landscapes and portraits, and I feel like it's one of the best ones to have on there unless there's a specific need. If it's like astrophotography, for example, I'll use a faster lens, or if I'm wanting to capture something further away in the distance, I'll use a telephoto. But most of the time 24-70 is on there, a7 III, Peak Design clip, you can't go wrong. So the next question is, what's the best camera to make reels on IG for under 1K? I think it depends on the kind of reels you're after. I think for most of them, an iPhone or an Android these days would be amazing. You could also pick up something like a Sony a6300 or something along those lines, or the G7X. I'm not sure what they're called now, but yeah, the most up-to-date version of those, maybe a second-hand one. I think anything that films 4K well, that you can colour grade a bit, would be perfectly fine. Okay, next question is, what is your computer setup? So I use a 2020 MacBook Pro with an i9 chip in it. It's almost fully specced out in some areas, so I've got 32GB of RAM, an 8GB graphics card, and a terabyte internal storage. And for what I've used it for, it's been great. It does sound like it's taking off sometimes, but that's just part of it, I think, with the Intel chips in there. I know the M1 chip's out now, so I think when that one gives up the ghost, I'll upgrade to the M1 chip. But for now, I'm happy with that. And I use that with a LG monitor, which I would not recommend because it started discoloring in the corners quite badly, and then I just have Apple like mouse and keyboard, and yeah, that's my setup. I've got it on a USB-C cable, so I can just plug it in with one cable and then take it out with me traveling, and it's the same computer for everything. So I really love that setup and its versatility. Okay, so the next question is my setup for night photography. So I've used in the past my Sony a7 III and my 24mm f1.4. I've also used my 16-35 f2.8, and I'd probably normally shoot with the 24 f1.4 just because it's brighter than the 16-35, but if I wanted to get more of the Milky Way or more of the landscape, then I'd use the 16-35. I've also used the my 55mm f1.8 as well for punching in a bit more and getting a bit of a bigger Milky Way. And yeah, I mean, I love all of those, and 24mm especially is so bright, so bright. It almost blows out the stars. Next question is, I have trouble editing colours on different screens. How do you deal with it? So I have my screens, my monitor and my MacBook all calibrated. I use I think it's an iProfiler. I'm not sure the brand, but I'm sure if you Google color calibrators for monitors, you'll find it, and basically through that you just attach it to your screen. It will run through a program, and then you can save the color profile and apply it to both. And it does the contrast and the brightness too, because I used to edit on the screen that was way too bright, and all of my images would be way too dark, especially when you print them out and they're just basically black. So that's what I use, and found it really helpful. Okay, next question is, will the van be fixed soon? For those of you that don't know, I built a camper van in lockdown with my dad, and it's been It's not quite finished yet, but I took it to Europe last year, my friend Sean and Kyle, and we got to the south of France, and then it started overheating and having problems, and I had to leave it while I went to Kenya and then get it recovered from the south of France. And ever since then, it's been in the garage, and it had a blown head gasket, and it had like a new water pump, a new radiator, so I had a lot of stuff wrong with it, and hoping it'll be fixed soon. Probably within the next couple of weeks, so I can't wait to get away again. So thanks for watching. I hope you found some of the information useful today. I'll be trying to do these Q&As more regularly, so drop me a follow on Instagram to make sure you're going to catch them, and I'll see you in the next one.